We, we the fools, we are captured by the network of words and the actions of the senses. So we are confused what is going on, how to understand it. There is nothing to understand. तब जीवन मुक्त में वह संसार कैसे अवशिष्ट रहता है? The question was, the Vedas say the remnants is the truth. You have to go on negating everything. After negations of everything, when remnants remains, that remnants is known as the truth. So, how to understand this from our angle of vision? What is called remnants? See, from the cloud example, when the clouds disappear, what remains? The ever remaining remnants remains. What is that? The sun. That is what we were telling. The ever revealed revelation reveals itself. Ever revealed, because it is ever present. So, we can understand what is the meaning of remnants. Remnants is ever existing truth. And how does it reveals? How does it reveal? When the passing clouds pass away. Passing clouds are changing thought waves. They are clouds. They hide the truth, the reality. And thereby we see the truth and we express it as the remnants is the truth when you negate. Negating means these passing clouds, they pass away one after the other. This is called negation. Negating. When the sky is clear, the sunshine is clear. तब जीवन मुक्त में यह संसार कैसे अवशिष्ट रहता है? How this remnants remains in the end for the realized soul? This is how. So he gives some examples. विवर्त शून्य केवल आत्मरूप बन जाने के कारण जीवन मुक्तों को वह संसार चिद्रूप होकर ही अवशिष्ट रहता है. When they go beyond these clouds, beyond these chitti power, supreme power, or changing phenomena, or mental process, when they go beyond it, they look down it. They don't have any interest to look at it, because they are in the ever revealed sun. It is there, it was there, it is there, it will be there all the time. The passing clouds will pass away. This is how the remnants remains, which was remaining all the time. That is called ever existence, all pervading existence. Yes?
Swamiji, this cloud That is also that, right? So basically everything is that.
Pardon?
The clouds,
Yes.
it is also that because there is nothing besides that.
It is that means we are bringing some complication again. It is that also means the remnants is ever remaining. It is not total there. That also means it is that. Thou art that means you are ever present. You have to not unite with anything. You are already united with yourself. That ever existing awareness is really remnants. Remnants is ever remaining. And simply these clouds, it is not really. Here we give the example, you think cloud is something, it is nothing. Cloud is nothing. Cloud is not something because I gave this example. You see, there is presence of clouds. No, it is invisible, incapability of your vision. It is not the cloud. Think it in this way.
It is the restlessness.
Pardon?
It is the restlessness.
Restless mind. Restless mind or ever-changing phenomena. That is what is called cloud. It is not existing at all. From this cloud example, you think cloud is something existing. No, it is absence of the reality. Don't think it is really existing as something. Cloud is invisibility. That is called cloud. Sometimes we use in our daily life when we talk to each other, his understanding is cloudy. Cloudy means how some clouds have entered his brain. It is confusing. Put some light on this chapter. I don't understand. Will you bring a torch and focus at it? Light means understanding, knowledge. Similarly, clouds means the confusion. Confusion is called cloud. You have to understand the use of the words. Of course, I gave this example of clouds, which you see as something, so that at least you can have entry to it. Entry. Entry to the subject. Then, when you have entered into the compound, then give up your vehicle outside the gate. Forget it. Understood now?
Yes,
आपने नहीं। कौन ये आइडिया दिया? आज तो इसके जरूरत थी। अच्छा अच्छा। ये हमारा पुराना कस्टम। चाहे तो आना चाहिए हमारे क्लास के बीच में, नहीं तो हम 1.5 घंटा थक जाते हैं।
इसकी एब्सेंस फील कर रहे थे कि आज तक चाहे क्यों नहीं आ रही।
भूल गए थे सब। So now he explains, विवर्त शून्य केवल आत्मरूप बन जाने के कारण जीवन मुक्तों को वह संसार चिद्रूप होकर ही अवशिष्ट रहता है। That when the realized souls, they reach that selfhood, they becomes the absolute self, supreme self. They don't become, they don't unite, they realize. Then this world becomes truth for them. That is called remanence. अतः मुनि लोग आत्मा के विवर्त को ही प्रमाता, प्रमाण एवं प्रमेय आदि स्वरूप संसार चक्र की परंपरा कहते हैं। So a man of understanding, a man of contemplating habit, they see this confusion, this changing phenomena or this changing mind. They become the prover and proved. And then they see the truth and say the truth is proved or revealed. This phenomena itself, it does the work within itself and it disappears.
But earlier we saw that once these realized souls, when you reach at the border, then they see the world as unreal. Whereas unrealized people, already people will see the world as real. But now this realized soul is seeing the world as real. Am I right? Understood?
No. He is standing at the border and he is looking both the sides. Yes. So this time, this side he sees as a confusive, cloudy, something, which is reality. And he understands the reality. And that side clear clarity. This side cloudy clarity. He understands it. He sees the both sides. There is no border for him. Border for us only. We think he is standing at the border, but for him there is no border. There is no in or out, there is no this side or that side. A part is cloudy clarity, other part is clear clarity. That's all. That is how they see. There is no difference. Just as we see our body, hand is totally revealed and the elbow is not revealed, but it is inwardly revealed, outwardly not revealed. We know there is elbow and arm and our armpit or shoulder. Everything is there, it is not visible. But we are aware of it. That is the awareness of the realized soul. Some part is revealed, some part is not revealed. Both are he only. There is no in or out. Whether it is revealed or not revealed, whether it is cloudly understood or clearly understood. Understanding is there. He is always aware of presence, not the absence in somewhere. He is not at all aware. I know my hand is completely present. To you may be, to the seers may be, some part is invisible, some part is visible, but for me, my body is ever present. So he is all-pervading truth. He becomes the all-pervading truth. And the seers, they see, the senses of the realized soul, they act. And we say, oh, realized souls, oh, Ramakrishna Paramahansa was eating sweets instead of his cancer. He didn't care. How you call him a realized soul? But for him, there is no sweet, nor eating, nor anything. And he looks down the senses. Indriyani indriyarthe vihavartanta. The senses doing their job for themselves. I am not concerned. The hand takes the food, puts in the mouth, the teeth chew it, the tongue tastes, and the belly consumes it. Why do I care for it? I am not all this. Because of only body sense we are bound. The moment you are not the body, you are the seer of the body. You become the
Owner.
seer,
But you earlier said owner.
ruler.
Ruler.
Yes, you can do as you like. Whether you allow the senses to work, that is your choice. And if you not allow the sense to work, that is your choice, that is called Videha Mukta. He is not at all concerned. He doesn't like to look upon the senses and body. So body falls down by itself. Body doesn't keep up itself. Within few days, the body dies out. And all the ingredients, all these five elements, they go to their source. Nothing happens to the body of a realized soul. That we have seen practically when Mirabai disappeared in the front of Dwarikadhish. And Kabir's body was not found. Nobody knew where from Kabir arrived and where did he go. His body was not found afterwards. And similarly the case with Milarappa, when he left this body, even the ass, the body, nothing was available for the devotees. Everything was disappeared. And they say the gods took away all those. It is not gods, it is the nature. Nature created it and nature took over the ingredients. Completely body was invisible. Nothing was found. Many cases we have such cases.
So Swamiji, here a small doubt. So if a body is eaten away by the nature again, so for example, if the body is kept in ice or anywhere, so why does the body decompose then? It's in a nature only.
When the clouds pass away, where do they go?
GPS लगाना पड़ेगा।
they gathered somehow by the nature, and they disappear in the nature. When you lit the lamp, where from light comes, and when you off it, where does the light go? This is called nature, appearance and disappearance. Body was not composed, it appeared by the force of nature. Nature is mysterious because it is ignorance. Nobody knows what is ignorance. Nobody knows what is ignorance. So it is most knowledge everybody knows, but nobody knows what is ignorance. But yet we are ignorant. That is the wonder.
Swamiji, there are some realized people, they choose, to remain recluse. They don't come in society. But there are some, on the other side, there are some realized people, after they become realized, they choose to be active in the society. So why do we see this, two different, exactly opposite kinds of attitudes?
You see, they don't see.
I see, yes.
You see, it is your problem. It is not their problem. And analytically, if you want to solve your problem, so something can be said. It is your problem. So our vision is like that. We see in this difference, the nature does everything, creates confusion by creating differences. Our nature is to see differences. Otherwise, if you want to see how the difference is created, then we can see something which is not real. See, when your thought process acts, every thought is prompted by previous thought. There is a tendency which acts, a momentum. In every action, there is a momentum from the back. So this is how the creation is created as before. Whenever we take some subject, we have to see before and after. Then only in the middle we can understand something. पूर्वा पर संबंध से बात करना चाहिए. I am not born here. I was born somewhere and I will die somewhere, but appeared here in the middle. So I have to take reference from the past and future also. Then only the middle present can be understood. So every thoughts are like that. The whole creation is based upon that theory. What is that? Past, future and present. Present is influenced by past and future in a relative world. But real present is something else. Visible present is something else. Invisible present is something else. That you can understand from this. Our magic card. This white squares or the spots, white spots are visible present, and this is invisible present. Understood? Present is always present. You are seeing the present in between the absent, isn't it?
Yes.
And here, continuous present. This is how, and see, this present also is prompted by the past and held by the future. That is called present. Relative present and real present. Understood now? So in this way, the time plays the role, mysterious role. And time is the controller of all the actions and reactions and everything. It is action, it is also reaction. Time is the controller. So everything is prompted by the past. That is what Vedas say, yatha purvam akalpayat, akalpayan. Just as before the Creator created this creation. Just as before. Where from it starts, nobody knows, because it is not started. So we have to use this language. When did those, when the birthday of the son of the barren woman? When is the birthday?
When it is celebrated.
When it is celebrated. That's all. And when did you see when you started seeing the horns of a rabbit? So, some answer relative to the question, some answers. So, the world is not there, and if you accept the world is there, then it is just as before, created just as before. Some answer, meaningless answer.
So logically and analytically, in relativity, if you have to understand, yesterday Swamiji in a sharing used two words like chit and chitti, the existence and the power of existence. So in that case, in relative, if you have to understand a battery in a timepiece cell. So even though the battery is responsible for the operation of the cell, the time, the clock, we say the power is power of a battery.
Yes.
So should we take in understanding logically and analytically the power itself of the existence it creates, the time, space, and all these things?
Everything, it itself. I have not answered fully to his question. You see, when the thoughts are prompted by the previous thoughts, so you have become a realized soul. Before that, what was you? What were you? Some ignorant person? Is there some part of the realized soul you see? You see the past, isn't it? For him there is no past, no future now. He is ever present at present. But for us there is past and future of the realized soul. So we consider his past. The past gives a momentum for the present which turns into future. Okay? So, What was his attitude before realization? That works for some time, just as the evening light remains for some time after the sunset, twilight. It is not sudden darkness. Similarly, the night passes away slowly. The daylight enters slowly. Nobody can have some demarcating lines. It is only same thing we see in two different ways. So it is very hard to find out where is the starting, where is the ending. Similarly, the life of a realized soul, they start with ignorance, they end in knowledge. So that ignorance remains for some time. Though the sun is going to rise, darkness remains for some time. So some people keep off their body, and that also is used for others. And some people, they don't have this reminence, they merge in the absolute. Other language also, other example also we can see. Say, we have made a pot out of the hard ice, a pot, and there is sky inside it. And what happens to that pot and that sky after hot sun? When it is put in the sun, what happens to it? The pot melts away and the sky remains as it is. That remnants of the pot remains for some time and then it evaporates, disappears. Isn't it? Similarly, it happens with the realized souls. Some keep up their remnants for some time. It remains. They are not concerned. It is our concern. We see from the relative point of view. We see the remnants for some time. That water is remaining for some time and then it evaporates, disappears. But you saw the snow pot, ice pot, and you saw it is melting away. You saw the limited sky within it, and now you don't see any limited sky. It is your vision, but nothing has happened to the sky, not to the ice. Ice was before the water only, vapor only, oxygen and hydrogen only. It was composed for some time. It became ice for some time, and it is made a pot for some time, and in the end it disappears and becomes hydrogen and oxygen. In between all these changes, we see some sky in the pot. We call it pot sky. Neither sky was in the pot, nor the water was the pot. This is how the nature goes on working, which is not the nature. We see it. Hydrogen and oxygen, they have been made water and ice and solidified and made a pot. All these changing phenomena, that's all. And then it goes back to its source. It has come from that invisibility, and now it has entered into that invisibility. And in between we saw all these changes, and we assumed the sky was pot sky. And now there is no pot sky. Oh, the pot sky has relieved from the bondage, and it has attained mukti, liberation, and all these are imaginations. Nothing is happening, nothing is going on, no change is going on. Understood?
In some cases, what you said is very true, but in some cases, these realized souls, they may be getting directions from their guru or from the divine Heavenly Father itself, direct, because they have a communion. Based on the direction, they go to the public to serve others.
Relatively, we think like this is true. Relatively, from our angle of vision.
Like Babaji told,
Yes, why not?
world and give this cry over.
Yes, many, not only Babaji's cases. Every social reformers or these great souls who are done wonder in this society, all these are from relative point of view. In reality, nothing happens. We are always duped or drowned in this relativity. We cannot get out of it. Whatever we think, whatever we imagine, everything is related with this relative world. Our mind, we think like this. It is true. This is a process also. The way of visualizing the social reforms and all these changes in the nature or in the society, bringing harmony to law and order and changing the reforming the society, tradition and conditions and beliefs. All these we see, and if we see from this angle, all these are true and they are related to the law of nature. No doubt in it. We see how the changing phenomena is going on. So changes we have to accept. Then only we see it. We take it for truth. But from the angle of absolute, all these are your thoughts. Nothing is going on. There is no world. There is no Babaji. There is no society, human society. There is neither the sun nor earth nor human beings. So from that angle, nothing is going on. But in between, if you accept something is going on, it is a drama. If you are sitting in the audience, you have to see the drama as per its movements. But drama is drama. When the stage is removed, there was no drama here, nor there will be any drama here. The stage itself is disappeared. This is how I told a story on Vasistha Ji Maharaj. Vasistha Ji was, sometimes he got little rest, for some change. He wanted to find out some noiseless place. The whole earth is full of noise, so he cannot get some solitary place to meditate. Where you see, relatively we have to see, when our mind becomes too subtle and more purified, little things becomes very much obstacle, very strong obstacle for you. The more you advance in spirituality, more difficulties you face, and smaller things become great obstacles for you. Simple things. That is not so terrific for ignorant persons. You see, if you give a little strike on ice, it scatters away. But if you give a little strike on the iron, nothing happens. Similarly, ignorant persons have no reaction to it. But purified persons, they will have more reaction. That is called obstacle. So, what happens?
He goes to sky.
Pardon?
Vasistha goes to sky.
वो solitude के लिए silence के लिए
Yes, yes. Vasistha was much disturbed in this earthly plane because he was so subtle sighted being. So he was searching for some solitary place in the sky, some in space, somewhere. Somewhere he came to some corner of the sky and he found little isolated. Let me sit here. I can now just overlook all these noise. Subtle noise can become very much strong for them. So he sat there. Sat there means he has to create something. So he created a little heart by his mental strength, yogic power, that is called. Whatever you think, it manifests then and there. So he created a small heart there and closed the door and sat inside and started meditating. So mentally he was armed from all sides. He was clothed in that small hut. He was meditating. All of a sudden he heard some sound, some crying sound, some lady somewhere weeping bitterly, and that sound he could hear. Those subtle sounds, it becomes very much strong for them because they are so subtle bodies. So he got up from the meditation and he thought, some woman, somebody in her helpless condition, she must be weeping for some help. When I hear this sound, I should help her. He came out of the hut and he was hearing the sound, but no form was visible. So he proceeded towards the sound, origin of the sound, and he reached that spot, but nobody was visible there. From where that sound was coming? Some weeping sound. And it was the sound of Richa. Richa means the Vedic hymns. In that language she was weeping. Our language is earthly language. Their language is heavenly language. Heavenly language is so subtle, and Vedic language. So, what? Richa means the stanzas of Vedas. Subtle, meaningful slokas. They have got different rules and regulations for creating slokas, stanzas. Vedic rules are different. Vedic grammar is different from our ordinary grammar. They have some special rules and regulations. So, he wanted to see the form. Who is weeping here? So when concentrated upon the form, he could see some lady is sitting there and weeping, and she is visible now to Vasistha. So Vasistha asked, "My dear mother, why are you so much perturbed? What have you? Why you are? How you are? Heart-wise, what? In what way can I help you? Can I help you in some way?" Then that lady, "Who are you? Where from you have come? What for you are weeping here? In what way I can help you?" Vasistha asked. So the lady says, "Oh great," first of all he went on praising Vasistha. She knows everything about Vasistha. "O son of the creator Brahma of this world, I am from other world. I am the Saraswati, the power of the creator. And my husband, my Purush, the holder of the power, now his time is over. Now he is in the mood to withdraw the creation. Then I have no work. I am retired. What shall I do? I am worried where to go and what to do, because there is no work for me. There is no creation. Creation is going to be dissolved. So I am worried. If you really want to help me, can you come to our universe and console and canvas our Brahma of our universe not to withdraw the creation for some times more? Can you come and help me so that I will be alive for some time, or else I will disappear, I will die. My death is near." Death means disappearance. There is no work, no creation. So Vasistha said, "Okay, I shall try. When I have given you the words, I shall come with you. Where is your world? Can you show me? Can you take me there?" "Yes, come." They traveled for some time in the sky, and and they came near a stone, golden stone. The story goes and the heading, the story of the stone. Sila Upakhyan. The story of the stone. So, Saraswati takes him near that and says, "This is our world. Are you able to see?" "No." "What are you speaking? Have you gone mad? This is a stone. In the sky there are so many things. Scientifically, if we see, there are so many comets roaming, Romeos. How aimlessly wandering in the space. So many things are there in the space. So some stone was found. So Brahmaji, our Vasistha asking, "Where is your world? This is a golden stone, a gold piece lying there." "My dear, your mind is of different frequency and my mind is different frequency. Just as we catch the radio waves in the TV or anywhere in the our so-called phones or cameras or your computer or TV, we just adjust the waves, that's all." So, the Saraswati says, "My dear, you are unable to see, so please sit in meditation, I shall make you see." So Vasistha sat in meditation and Saraswati entered into his brain and adjusted the thought waves and came out and he said, "Are you able to see now?" "Oh yes, so beautiful word." This is adjustment. This story is a story, but this is the truth with every one of us. Our mind works in this way. Not only Vasistha's mind. This is the secret of the mind. Thoughts are adjusted to the time, space and conditions. We think in a particular way which others not think in that way.
Swamiji, tell the secret to how to adjust that as a
Yes, that is how everybody's world is different from each other. But there is some similarity which makes us see same world. Some similarity in thought process. Or else it is not 100% similarity. Somewhat similar. So we see each other's world. And which is not similar, we don't see others' worlds. Your mother is not my mother, isn't it? Your father is not my father. Why? Because my way of thinking is different from your thinking. This is how we differ, and this is how we come together when there is some similarities. This is called adjustment, compromise with each other. This is how Vasistha saw the universe there, inside the stone. There is no stone anymore. Now it is a beautiful universe, and they flew in the sky, both. Front is the Saraswati of that world, and behind Vasistha. They went to a hole that is Brahmarandhra, here. They entered through it. And then they saw the beautiful Brahmalok and other lokas and all these worlds. It was just like our world. because both of them were of same frequency now. The world appeared as our world. And Brahmalok, in Brahmalok, the Satyalok, where Brahma abides, they entered into Brahma's abode, and Brahma was, the creator, was in meditation, in samadhi. When Vasistha and Saraswati appeared there, then Brahma knew it, and he opened his eyes and welcomed Vasistha ji, because he was a great saint, great person of the other world, the first child of the creator, Brahma. So he has to be respected. He is a guest, so he should be treated well. So Brahma served him and gave him asana to sit and welcomed him. Now, there is a question. When Brahma was in samadhi, how can he know samadhi? What does samadhi mean? How he can know somebody has come? That samadhi we understand differently from yogic language, which is not so. Samadhi means not absence of the mind, but expansion of mind. That expands to the expansion of unlimitedness, unlimited truth. So it becomes one with the truth. So it can have everything, all-round vision. Though it sees not, yet it sees everything at a time. That is difference in our understanding of samadhi and yogic samadhi. And we can also argue emptiness means everything. Nothing means everything. There cannot be nothing. Emptiness means fullness. Empty, how we understand empty or vacuum? Where there is nothing other than one thing. That is called purity. That is called unadulterated or unmixed. Adulterate. It is pure. Pure means oneness, that is empty also. Emptiness means there is no other thing in it. And fullness, solidity means also the same thing. Solid means there is not other ingredient in that particular ingredient. Solidity is emptiness. So that, yes. So that is what to be understood, that samadhi means no thoughts, means all the thoughts, all awareness. So there he saw that world, and Brahma was in samadhi, so he could know that Vasistha has come from other world, and he has to be. It is all relatively, it is all imaginations. And he was asked to say, "Oh Vasistha, welcome in our world, and what can I do to you? How can I help you? What do you want?" "My Lord, please, I have come to help Mother Saraswati." She is bewildered. She is perturbed. What to do? So please, why don't you keep up for some time more? keep this world, don't dissolve it. So Brahma said very furiously, Vasistha ji, you are a wise man, you know everything. We are under the clutches of great, all-consuming time. The time has come, nobody can go against it. Please, I request, get out from our world, or else you will be dissolved. Be careful. Because I am thinking of you, I am seeing you. When I withdraw, you will also go. So if you want to exit, get out from our world. Now time has come. I am just overwhelmed with the force of time. I cannot do anything else. Just as ecstasy or overwhelmness. I cannot do anything. I cannot hear anything against time now. I am fully captured. As if I am drunk. So please go away, or else you are also gone. So, but it did run. Run away.
Leaving behind Saraswati Ma.
Saraswati disappeared. And slowly started when Vasistha saw from outside this stone as a universe, then he visualized how the dissolution takes place. Beautiful narration in this. How the world dissolves. And after seeing the dissolution of that world, he comes back to his own kutir. He found somebody, some other Siddha has come and entered inside and he is meditating there. So some kutia was empty. So he came and he went in and sat in meditation. Now he is in samadhi. So time passing. So he thought, I should not disturb him. Let me go back to my place. And then when he goes away, slowly his thoughts also disappear. So that kutir also disappears. So the Siddha falls down, having no basement. Down means somewhere in the sky. The all-pervading sky. So the base is gone. Now he is baseless. So he has to fall down. And how one falls? What happens when there is no basement, no support for you in the space? What happens? That also, that science, all the scientific analytical explanations. Yoga Vasistha is not a simple text. Everything is there. What has not happened yet, it is there, all the signs. He tells about robots long before. Robots and all these sky elements are different types of worlds in different space and different times, different worlds, and all these are scientifically so analytical. So now Vasistha comes back and that Siddha falls and Vasistha sees the falling down of some person in the sky. What happens? All these beautiful explanations. So what I mean to say, this keeping up of body or dissolving the body after realization of the truth, it is from our angle of vision, and this mind is such terrific. We don't know the ways of mind, how it thinks, how it imagines, how it does all these. Only one way, don't encourage this mind, or else you are gone. You cannot understand, you may understand some gross activities of the mind, but mind is mysterious. Mind itself is the absence of the truth. That means the supreme power, and nobody knows what its ways are, how it activates. Nobody knows. So just to forget it is the best way. Whatever we are discussing, whatever we are trying to understand, this much is the last understanding. Don't encourage, don't put grass to this buffalo. This mind is terrific. It is so mysterious. Our grandfathers have failed to understand it. I am speaking the language of the great seers. It is not my language. This is the language of Yoga Vasistha. Don't encourage this rascal mind. Keep away. This is the better way. You cannot understand, you cannot have any friendship with this mind. Any moment it can dupe you, any moment it can cheat you. You don't understand how it cheats you. It has cheated the truth, absolute truth. What to speak of you fellows, the creation of the time itself, mind itself. Mind has created you, and it has become you in a way and playing the game. Who are you to understand the mind? Your mind itself.
This mind is represented by the horses on the rath of Arjuna, which is controlled by Krishna.
Reigns.
Only he could control that.
He is the controller, you are the horses. कठपुतलियों नाचो, वो जैसे नचाता है. Thank you. Tomorrow we shall see further. This chapter is most interesting. Interesting means foolishness. Just discussing on the chitti, the supreme power, how it disappears. And what happened to the realized souls when the chitti Maharani disappears? What happens? How is the remnants? And what is the attitude, the vision of the great souls? Hari Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasisate. Om Shanti Shanti शांति। सद्गुरु भगवान की जय, सच्चिदानंद भगवान की जय, शब्द ब्रह्म की जय, सरस्वती महारानी की जय, जगत जी भगवान की जय। हरि ओम।